Corona Cigar Company is your one-stop shop for all your cigar needs. Whether that's a brand new humidor, a box of those new cigars you've been waiting for, a top-of-the-line cutter or lighter, a place to enjoy the finest cigars and spirits with friends, or the only cigars grown right here in the Sunshine State, we've got you covered. Come visit one of our retail locations for the ultimate cigar experience. Visit us online at coronacigar.com.
How about that cigar?
How about
that cigar?
What?
Huh?
Ooh.
It's gone off the rails already. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Corona Cigar Studios for episode 210 of How About That Cigar Live. Thank you so much for watching live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Take just a minute, if you would, please, and share us out with your favorite Facebook cigar groups. Let everybody know that we are live. Also, as always, join us in the comments. Let us know what you're smoking. Let us know what you're drinking. And be sure to subscribe to all the wonderfulness that is How About That Cigar. And, of course, if you're listening to the audio podcast after the fact, thank you guys so much for making How About That Cigar a part of your regular audio podcast rotation. And here in the Corona Cigar Studios, it's a beautiful evening.
It's nice.
It's cool.
It's nice. You have the windows open.
Yeah,
fresh
everything's
air.
open. Air conditioning shut off, saving a little money.
Yeah.
You know, house is all opened up. The flies are fucking ridiculous. The flies are crazy right now. That there's a farm over here, when the big garage door is open, then the flies just are like, oh, there's lights in there.
Yeah.
Well, we've killed about 20 and there's about 60 left.
Yeah. By the time we kill 10 more, 5,000 other ones are going to come flying in.
Who's this guy next to you, anyways?
I know. You will recognize this beautiful gentleman,
okay.
Raul Ramos.
Hello.
And if you watched our coverage of cigars and baseball a couple years ago, well, even last year, you'll know Raul. Great friend of the show. One of our great friends here in Minnesota. Part of the Minnesota cigar scene.
Yes, I am. I love it. It's a great community.
Well, thank you for being with us this evening, friend.
Oh, happy to be here.
Yeah,
happy to be here.
We're gonna
Especially
do some.
When you told me what we're pairing and what.
Yeah. So we're gonna pair some interesting things this evening. I called the show "Angry Pairings." It's not angry really, but I suppose just like anything, if you overdo it, it could upset you a little bit.
It could make you a little angry, or make your stomach a little angry, or a little sugar.
That's funny that it's the angry.
David says audio seems borked. I like that term, by the way, borked. I'm going to check our audio settings right now.
Audio check.
Yeah, looks like the audio devices are correct.
Yeah.
Boo.
Thank you for letting us know that, David. Anybody else, if anybody else is hearing anything strange, please let us know in the comments. We will try to get that audio fixed up as soon as we can. I'm just here to look at Raul anyway. I mean, me too, honestly. Yeah. He's dreamy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The handlebars are starting to come back. I know you had a mishap with the clippers.
What happened? Was that before PCA or something?
Let me tell you what happened. I'm getting out of the shower. I'm going to shave up my little facial hair.
Yeah.
So I get my nice big curls for PCA.
Okay.
The dog starts barking, and all of a sudden, zzz, shaved half of one off. So
you should have left it that way with just one side.
Yeah.
You should have left it that way.
Then I could have been called the crooked stash.
That's right. That's right.
There you go.
Oh man. All right. So
go ahead.
No, please.
So it's funny that you call it the angry pairing, and some of my brothers and sisters on the fire department would say that it's perfect for me to be here because I tend to be a little angry a little bit sometimes.
Angry? You?
I anger the fires out.
That's
usually what I do.
I have no idea. I've never seen that side of you before.
Because usually we're just smoking cigars and BSing.
No, I've seen. I probably have not seen the worst.
Have you ever had to share a room with Raul?
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Too clean for you?
It's Ohio Herf, he gets a little moody, kind of like Matt. Actually, you guys might get well. Yeah,
I get a little.
I like
moody.
my shit cleaned up. I like everything nice and neat and everything.
You guys like to rush.
I get hangry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. So if I mean, you can tell I don't really miss many meals, but if it's been too long since I've eaten, I get hangry.
I've actually figured out why you guys sit a little lower in these chairs now.
Why is that?
Because when you sit back, you can see all the happiness here.
Yeah,
all happiness.
That's why I always sit up straight. I try to sit, even on the longer shows. It's like my back starts hurting because I'm sitting up straight, but I want to do everything I can to hide this basketball.
Happiness. That's what I've been calling it.
Happiness.
Yeah. No Malort to Eric, so I don't think so, unless he's got some hidden already.
I drank Malort one time, and I'll never do it again. It was one of the most putrid things I've ever tried in my life.
Belial, Big Bizzle, is one of our captains at my station.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good looking out, brother. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Well, all right. So as we do every show, we talk a little bit toward the beginning about Minnesota sports. The Twins actually don't suck right now.
Oh, really?
The Twins are doing well.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, so there's a chance that they're going to make it into the playoffs.
Well, they do that every year.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what are they going to do when they get into the playoffs?
They're going to screw it up.
They're going to lose.
Well, hopefully, this year they won't lose to my Yankees because my Yankees are
in last place.
What?
But they're only 2 games behind the Twins that are in first place of their division.
Well, in wins and losses, yes, but in the Yankees division,
they got some good teams in that division.
It's a very good division. But Minnesota. So again, Minnesota loses to the teams. So we had a series, a 4-game series with the White Sox. The White Sox won 3 out of 4. And White Sox, not a great team. Kind of not as good of a team as Minnesota.
No.
Then the Twins play the Phillies. Right now, one of the best teams in baseball.
I bet you Coop's having a heyday.
The Twins won 2 out of 3 of that series, and now tomorrow. So the Twins have been off for a couple days. Then tomorrow night we start up again with the White Sox, and it's this back and forth with them. But this kid, I gotta say, because I live in Forest Lake, Minnesota. It's a suburb north of Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're in Forest Lake, Minnesota right now. What's that?
Last word, your credit card?
No.
Okay.
After the show.
Okay.
But so this new kid who is on the Minnesota Twins. So he got called up, Wallner, and I apologize, I don't remember his first name right now. He got called up last year, and he played a handful of games with the Twins and then got sent back down again. This year he got called up again, and he has been killing it. I mean, his bat has been super strong, and he's made some absolutely sick defensive plays. And he went to high school and born and raised right here in Forest Lake, Minnesota.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool seeing hometown kid, playing for
another
the Twins.
Mauer.
Another Mauer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, Twins not too bad right now. The Minnesota Wild, we talked about this, that they were probably going to lose Matt Dumba, and they did. So Dumba, and not a super tragedy, because he's getting older. But he's a big player, and he's very strong, and I really liked having him on the team. I am going to miss having him. But he only signed a 1-year deal with Arizona, which that's a sign that players getting older.
Yeah.
They need him on their team, but they're not going to spend a 3-year contract on somebody who's in his mid 30s.
Yeah.
So I'm sad to lose him, but wish him well in Arizona. And speaking of sports, speaking of Minnesota sports, going back to baseball, Cigars and Baseball is exactly 1 month away.
Oh my God.
So
already? I feel like it was like just a couple weeks ago or something.
I know.
A year ago.
It's literally a month from today.
Wow.
So September 14th, 2023 at CHS Field in St. Paul, where the St. Paul Saints play. Cigars and Baseball is happening again. It is a fantastic event with great cigar companies, with local foods from some great local restaurants, barbecue joints, places like that, local distilleries, local breweries, and some of the best cigar smoking, compadres you could ever hope to hang out with.
There's something about having a cigar outside watching baseball.
Yeah.
With your buds.
Yeah.
Where can you do that? Where else
No,
can you do
nowhere
that?
else.
There's no place, and they do have some sort of local. I think they're sort of like
Yeah.
bar league.
Yeah, amateur. They can't have any professionals there,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
amateur league.
Yeah, but
And-
there's live baseball while you're sitting in the stands smoking a cigar. It's just
There's a silent
Unfortunately-
auction there too, I think, for
Yeah, there's-
proceeds
there's
to
a
go
few
towards
of
the
them.
kids and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, this year I won't be able to watch the game. I will be at a booth.
okay.
You'll watch
Dapper
the
will
game.
be
Come
there.
on, you'll be at the
Yeah, you
booth.
can still
yeah,
look.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can still be watching.
You know me. I'm
Yeah.
get my hustle on.
Yeah. But it's a great event. It's all for charity. All the money goes to the Miracle League, which is an organization that retrofits or builds baseball facilities for young kids with disabilities to still be able to participate in the game of baseball. So September 14th, for more information, go to cigarsbaseball.com. No dashes, no dots, cigarsbaseball.com. And find out how you can attend. It's a fantastic event. And
there's Dax himself.
and there's Dax
There he is.
himself. You absolutely do not want to miss it. And this will be our third year live at Cigars and Baseball. We cannot wait. It's going to be a great time. So that is the Minnesota sports scene.
Hold
and
on. Didn't we
Oh,
forget
is there
one
more?
Little
Oh,
thing starting up here?
NFL preseason is underway.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't follow
and-
the Vikings, so I really don't know
Well,
how
I think
they're.
Matt's trying to skip over because the Packers aren't going to do too well
No,
this
whoa,
year.
whoa, Packers-
Oh, wait.
Packers did really well.
No?
in there.
Let's not talk about the Packers
Okay.
or the Vikings.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's talk about my Jets.
Oh,
With
my
your
gosh.
ex-quarterback.
You see what you
With,
did? You bring this guy on. We talk about the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers is now.
Where's the
a New
cigar
York Jet.
surgeon when you need him?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I'm pretty happy about that.
I didn't even see their first preseason game.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I watched bits and parts of it. But what I'm looking forward to is Dalvin Cook might even be a Jet by the end of the week.
So he officially hasn't, because I heard he signed.
No, they did. The money was off a little bit,
Okay.
but he's leaning. From what I
I heard it was
Pay
between the Jets and the Dolphins.
yeah, well, we're gonna have to pay the money to make sure he doesn't.
Tony,
go
I
to
think
Dolphins.
Matt's the one who invited him. So.
Who invited that guy? I invited him.
It was all Matt.
Diversify. You got to diversify sometimes.
Well, the Packers did really well in their preseason opener against the Bengals, but it's a preseason game. You can't really judge anything. But Jordan Love looked really good.
he did look good.
This brand new rookie that we drafted, and I think his last name is Carson, Packers rookie quarterback, played a fair amount, and he did throw 2 interceptions, but he threw an absolutely beautiful touchdown pass. He looks good. I mean, for knowing that, if something happens to Jordan Love, that there's other people playing behind that can, pick up the ball if necessary. You don't want anybody to get injured, but if it happens all the time in football, people get injured all the time.
In football, no way.
Is Aaron Rodgers injured yet? Is he?
Well, I'm looking at Eric's little quote here.
Yeah.
Comment.
Excite you all season and let
That's
you down
different.
At the end of the
See,
playoffs.
the difference with playing with a New York team, he won't leave the stadium if he does that. If he chokes in the playoffs, that's just the difference.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we have some exciting cigar pairings this evening, and that is the main event of the show. And as always, on How About That Cigar Live, the main event of the evening is brought to us by our friends at Drew Estate. And at the upcoming Drew Estate Barn Smoker events, every VIP attendee will receive a 12-count box of Liga Privada H99 Connecticut Corojo Flying Pigs as a part of the VIP ticket package. Also, Drew Diplomat retailers who register and attend any barn smoker can purchase as many as 5 12-count H99 boxes to sell in their stores. Each 12-count box will have an MSRP of $246. The Liga Privada H99 Connecticut Corojo Flying Pigs will only be available to VIP experience ticket holders and select Drew Diplomat program retailers who attend this year's Barn Smokers. For more information, please visit barnsmoker.com.
What was that rapper again? I'm just curious.
No.
Nope.
Too many tongue twisters. I already closed the tab. It's gone.
Gone.
It's gone.
That's right.
So one of the things that we've heard little bits about over the last few years is, and we talk a lot about pairings, whether it's coffee or
Bring on the Sour Patch Kids.
Adult beverages or chocolate. We even did a food pairing show with Chef Ed when he was on, and it's all great. But we've heard from little pockets of the cigar community here and there about sour foods, whether it's Sour Patch Kids was the first one I heard about.
Yeah, the big ones.
Yep,
You got to
the
get
big ones. Yeah, the little ones don't do it.
Like Tony said.
And
the big ones.
So I mean, I have tried that before. I tried the Sour Patch Kids with the cigar, and I think it's great. But I haven't really gone too far beyond that. So tonight
you dipped your toes a little bit in that.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But tonight we're
jumping in tonight.
We're going all in.
We going deep?
So we have.
I like it deep.
We have like Raul brought this like stash of sour candy. And
there might be some Puerto Rican candy in there.
I got some sliced up lemons and limes. Raul brought sour sodas. Raul even brought a bottle of Michter's sour mash. So I am drinking a little bit of that.
So for some of you guys that don't know me, I rarely do things half-ass. So I hit a couple candy stores up, a couple soda shops. Yeah, we're not messing around tonight.
Yeah, and Tony's right. John Haggard is really one of the ones who encouraged us all to get on the Sour Patch Kids train. And it works. It really works. And we're going to talk a little bit about, while we're doing the pairings, we're going to talk a little bit about the science behind why sour things, can help to sort of stimulate the palate and the brain, by the way. We're going to talk about that too.
We have a special guest that's a pitcher from the Yankees on the show tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What is that? I can't remember. There's a Yankee pitcher who you are like the doppelganger for. And I cannot remember his name right now.
Because it's actually me.
It is actually okay.
Oh,
I'm secretly.
Wait, take the glasses off.
You have a clone, or it's you?
Oh my God, it's you.
Hold on.
Yeah. If anybody knows the name of that Yankee pitcher, Raul could literally be his stunt double.
Well,
I don't know how. Do you have a good fastball?
Curveball.
What do you got there?
So yeah,
we're starting with the Blue Sun.
Let's see it.
Blue Sun soda. It is a soda shop right off of Highway 2.
Oh, this is by Blue Sun.
Yes,
their brand.
by them.
I didn't know they had their own brand.
Right over in St. Louis Park, is it? St. Louis Park, and
they got one in.
There's one in Stillwater too.
There's one in Stillwater. There's one over in Blaine, or like north of.
That's the one. That's the one I was talking about, right off of County Road 10.
Yeah.
So this is sour orange soda.
Here you go, sir.
Ooh, a bottle.
Well, it smells just like regular orange soda. I'm gonna.
Oh, by the way, what's everybody smoking?
Oh yeah, we got to get into that because I gotta.
We're so excited.
I gotta light my cigar
else.
on the Dunbarton Tobacco Trust Toast Cam.
Get it together, guys.
I know.
Here shit goes crazy. People.
Oh man.
Hey, what about that?
Whoa! What you got there?
Of course, we've got the lovely
Tanker's ass.
The lovely Saka Squatch.
Yeah.
Which I'll get the cam. Oh, there it is. Look at that. See?
Ooh.
Look at that.
I'm Saka Squatch.
This is from Dapper Cigars.
Dapper.
I'll hold it back here. The Kubo Sumatra. And also, actually, I'll switch to the other camera. Raul is smoking
the Aladino Cameroon.
Oh, one of my favorite cigars.
So
cigar of the year a couple of years ago.
Have one of the
must be football team.
Same thing. I can't even do it. Oh, anyways.
So I'm gonna fire up my cigar this evening, as always.
On the Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust Toast Cam.
And I'll try not to absolutely.
When lighting your cigar, it's important to be patient, pay close attention to detail, and focus on the tobacco. In the same way, Steve Saka brings those same qualities to the ultra premium cigars of Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. Patience, close attention, and focus on the tobacco are the qualities that Saka and Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust have become known for. From Sombra Mesa to Umbagog, Dunbarton has a blend that will fit your palate, your mood, and any occasion. Visit DunbartonCigars.com to learn more.
There we go. So cigar is lit. The first pairing is poured. And oh man, that first puff of that cigar is very nice. Let me get Mr. Sasquatch out of the way here.
Be careful. He's too sexy.
Little love tap.
Okay, that's enough. He only gets a couple every night. Otherwise, you're gonna spoil him.
No, it was consensual. He said it was okay.
So
I did not see a waiver, man.
We've had a few Sour Patch Kids so far.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Pre-cigar.
Kind of bouncing all over the walls over here.
I'm getting a little.
So did you try a sip of the beverage?
What are we doing?
No, not yet. Ready?
Let's get a sip of the beverage. I've never had sour soda before, so this is the first here. Here we go.
Woo!
Oh, you just chugged it right down.
It's like
it doesn't taste sour to me. It just tastes like orange soda. Does it taste sour?
A little bit sour on it.
It's a little.
Oh, okay, now
it's a little.
Now it's hitting me.
Now those little glands are just kicking in.
Don't say glands.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
No, we're going to say that word a lot on the show.
It wasn't a shot. I thought it was a shot.
No, I was just sipping.
What's this sipping stuff?
I don't know.
I've been sober 25 years and I still slam them down like it's a shot.
There is, yeah. At first, it was just like regular sweet orange soda, but after a minute, the finish is definitely sour.
Yes.
Yep.
But it's not. So these are the ones that scare me. These warheads right here. I have never I have literally never.
Ooh, extreme sour.
I've never had a warhead.
You're scared of the warhead? I'm scared of this one.
What is that one? Toxic waste.
Oh,
Watermelon.
Oh man, I don't know if I have the.
What are we going with?
Well, let's ease our way in.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of go up.
We start with like let's go sour.
Did he say ease? Does he know who's sitting to the left?
Well,
of
we
him?
got to go.
Oh,
we got to go up incrementally
that,
instead of going right from a sip of the sour soda up to the the top. We got to incrementally climb the ladder.
Maybe we should smoke the cigar a little bit.
We'll smoke the cigar a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not having that. I thought somebody else would be braver than me and have that nuclear waste. I'm not toxic waste. I'm not eating it.
Hey, I'll do it.
And we also have this thing. I don't know. This one.
Zotch?
Yeah. I think this is more of the sour on the inside.
No, doesn't that have like the
powdery stuff?
It makes you fizzle.
In the inside, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like
Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks.
Kinda
Thank you.
That, yeah.
Oh, I've never had those before. Mm-hmm. I gotta say the retrohale on this Kubo Sumatra is
so good.
I really love the retrohale on this cigar, and this cigar was reviewed, not this size. It was the Robusto size that I did a review of on How About That Cigar a couple of years ago.
What's this one?
Yeah, that's the one Justin has, and it's I really like the blend. I think it's a good sort of representation of Sumatra, which has been one of my favorite wrapper leaves for a long time. I'm gonna get a little sip of the sour here.
So I don't know if I'm gonna do this. So tell me if I can while I'm doing it. I'd like to thank Ian from Dapper and
of course,
Trey Mack
from
Aladino for letting us use these cigars tonight.
Yeah,
I suppose. Guys. I was gonna say borrow, but we're not giving them back.
Well, I mean, they can have the leftovers if they want.
Yeah, they can have ashtray full of ash.
It's interesting because the first couple puffs of the cigar, I didn't really have the sour stuff, and now I just took a drink of the soda, the sour soda, took another puff of the cigar, and right away, it actually heightens what my palate tastes as sweetness.
Grab a Sour Patch Kid.
So
Sour Patch Kid.
I'm gonna go with this.
So what I feel, this is gonna sound, I'm probably gonna get lambasted for this, but that sour soda woke up the back of my throat.
I got something to wake up back.
See, I knew it was coming.
There you go.
Volley that one right up to you guys.
Did I have a childhood? I did have a childhood.
What does he mean by that? That's just.
But I kind of.
You hatched it.
Hatched?
Were you hatched in
a lab?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You're one of those labbies. Okay.
All right. So the sour. Sorry for chewing in the microphone. If you're listening,
it's called ASM. Is that
ASMR?
MR. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't know what those letters actually stand for. Oh yeah. Let's not do that.
Oh, not that. You
ATM?
ATM.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh boy,
I thought that's what he said. I can't hear. I'm getting old.
I mumble a lot.
So I got to say, just now, the Sour Patch Kids, even though they have that sourness on the outside of them, they're still basically gumdrops. So they're really sweet, and that sweetness actually kind of fights the sweetness in the cigar. So the soda
is more sour.
Let's take another sip of the soda.
Well, since I was an animal,
and now I'll do another puff of the cigar.
Yeah, you gotta enjoy it. Yeah. It's
so weird. This is one of the things we love about pairings, is the ways you can try new pairings and combinations are endless. And this soda, although it's not super sour, it's so much more of that sourness on the palate than this candy, that the sweetness in this Sumatra cigar is heightened because of it.
We're gonna let you pick out which one we try next. The blueberry or the green apple. You guys out there, which one you want us to try next?
Yeah, viewers, you guys decide. Blueberry or green apple for the next soda.
And by the way, the camera does put 20 pounds on you. Just noticing that just now.
How many cameras did you eat?
Got him.
From is that from Tommy Boy, I think? Yeah, Tommy Boy. You know, the camera adds 10 pounds. How many cameras did you eat? So yeah, I really like I really dig this because like I said, that
one vote for blueberry.
One of the things that I've always loved about Sumatra and Cameroon tobacco, because there are similarities, is I always, when I smoke it just plain with water and that's it, I get this sweetness that it's always reminded me ever since I started smoking cigars of like Coca-Cola.
Okay.
The sweetness kind of, because Coke, it's sweet, but it's got just this little bite to it.
Yep.
And the retrohale and the smoke from a Sumatra wrapper leaf, or in a lot of cases also a Cameroon, I get that cola kind of Coca-Cola kind of flavor. And I've always loved that about it. But with the sour soda, because my palate is just like overwhelmed and honest, I'm salivating so much right now because sour foods really bring out really make take your salivary glands into overdrive. There's that word again, glands. That it takes the sweetness of the cigar to a high level.
I thought you were going for a warhead.
Well, I think blueberry is
blueberry. We got one vote for blueberry.
All right,
blueberry it is. I got blue raspberry toxic waste.
You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
Let's do it. Line me up.
I've even noticed a difference on the retrohale.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's kind of
which is weird
because well, it's because your nose is sweating.
That was supposed to be a secret between men.
Sorry.
Oh.
So now you let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
When I eat sour stuff, this right here on me, just my nose, just this part right here, sweats like a banshee. I don't know why.
Eat a warhead.
No. All right. So, so you've got
I got
blueberry
toxic waste,
blue raspberry toxic waste. Because I love the flavor combination of blueberry and lemon. Those are twist off, bro.
You still got it. Still got to pop it.
I'm gonna do the extreme sour Warheads lemon. I may regret this, and I may not finish it.
This one wasn't that bad. It was sour in the beginning.
Oh, is it just in the beginning?
The outside till you get to.
Because I've heard these.
I haven't been into it yet.
I've never had a Warhead. I've heard these go sour all the way through, but I don't know if that's true
I
or
went
not.
with the toxic waste.
So what I'm learning also. So what I'm learning on the show, being here the first time, last time I was on the show.
Look at that face.
Was that Cigars and Baseball? Every time you touch this table, boing, boing.
Yep.
Matt's trying to recover there.
Oh man. Why do people like this? This is horrible. We get a puff of the cigar.
Excuse me.
Just to try to get this.
Well, since you guys went
candy out of my mouth.
toxic, you went Warhead. I'll go with the other one.
Zot.
Is there? Oh, I'm gonna go with. How about Lemonhead?
Lemonheads. Ooh, I'm gonna do lemonhead.
You got a Lemonhead?
I'm doing all of them at the same time.
Oh my God, you're an animal.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, the
initial sour's gone.
The initial sour's gone. Now it's just like lemon candy. It didn't really. I mean, the cigar is definitely changed. You know, it's. I
feel like Warhead might have just killed your palate.
It's not bad. Said. It's not bad.
What do you think of the Lemonheads?
With the other thing, no, pretty good.
Have you tried the blueberry soda yet?
No.
If anything, I'll say, and I'm gonna
spit that thing out.
Well, just because
you gotta bite it.
So many different things I want to try tonight.
Oh, you gotta bite it.
Really?
Best part's in the middle.
How many kind of different things are you want to try?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Hey,
the viewers want to know.
Well, I'll say after that Warhead, which I did not, I
enjoy.
I will try the Toxic Waste just to say I did it, but I'm not looking forward to it because this Warhead it's just not my thing. Super duper sour stuff, and I'm sure Toxic Waste is way more sour than what I just had.
It wasn't that bad.
If anything, I'll say that the puff of the cigar I had while the sour was still at its peak from this candy was the spiciness seemed to actually ramp up a little bit, you know, because it's common that from a lot of different varieties of tobacco, you get that spice. And there's not, this blend is more medium. There's not a lot of spice to it, but there is some.
Get that retro.
And the spice jumps with that sour candy.
That retro is
delicious. Retro's mean.
I love the retro on
this. It's delicious with the sour in your mouth.
He's making it weird.
He is making it weird.
Hey, I didn't make it weird. You made it weird.
Now retro hail, and it just really brings it out.
Oh yeah, Matt.
You feel the burn?
Retro hail.
It's like doing abs. Well,
I thought you were
been a long time.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about doing abs.
Burn.
Yeah, it does. It even on the retro hail, which is, you know, it's funny because you don't eat or drink sour stuff through your nose, but it does. It's all connected.
Yeah.
You know, and so some of the stuff.
Salud.
Just to kind of get into some of the science of it. The sour foods, sour beverages. You know, we got all the different areas on our tongue that taste different things: salty, bitter, sour, sweet. And sour is on the sides of the tongue, and it makes you salivate when the tongue detects sour notes. And part of that is actually, it's an evolutionary thing that goes back to, if, you know, because early on you find some people would find a plant with berries on it. You don't know which berries are going to kill you early on. You go to eat something.
I wonder who the first guy was. I was like, oh, let me try this.
Well, exactly. You know, and they're like, okay,
you do it. No, you're the next one.
Yeah. The guy eats a berry and falls over dead. They're like, okay, make a note on the animal skin. Yeah. Don't eat.
I mean, who gets voted to be the guy that tries the berry first?
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
Probably the guy that's late.
Yeah, the guy who's late. That's who I'm
around talking
for.
about. Hey,
I was late today, so I guess I'm dying.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
sitting around and be like, hey, he's coming late. Let him try it. You guys tried it? Oh yeah, sure. You go ahead. You eat it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I see what you did there.
When your mouth detects sour, and early in evolutionary terms, when your mouth detects sour, you salivate a lot, and the saliva, and which is mostly water, dilutes whatever is there and can reduce the risk of the poison ending up in your system. Okay. So it'll dilute it. And
you did,
so that's one thing. I did a different kind of homework, but I like that you did homework too. Yeah,
that reading thing always gets me.
I nerd out about the sciencey parts of whether it's tobacco or sour foods or what. I just nerd out about the sciencey part of it. Okay. Maybe a little too much.
That reading stuff always gets in my way.
Reading is
fundamental. Not when you got around and burning buildings. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to read. Just read as long as you can see the
fire, water, put water on fire. Done. We're going home, boys.
Caveman shit right there.
That's shit. That's how it
Caveman
goes.
shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
You look like caveman with that beard. I love
You
it.
do. That
I'm
beard.
So jealous I can't grow
that
a
is
beard, but
getting.
You do look like you're
Well, and the
knuckle
mustache.
dragging.
I mean, you're almost to the point where that mustache is going to curl around and touch your ears, bro. That's.
I'm getting there. I'm trying to see how long it goes.
I got some
Out
wax.
to here, so.
That's
Since my
crazy.
mustache
Have
is
you
gone
tried
now.
to wax it and curl it yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're going all natural. We're gonna see what we come up with, and then we shape it to.
We should
want.
when you get it to where you feel like you don't want it to grow anymore, but you want to shape it. We should go into Club Caraway and
Yeah,
You know,
I thought about that. I would look it up
talk
actually.
talk
be
to
a
Nate
show.
and the guy and Derek and you know get in
Get it
maybe
proper.
even do it live on the show.
Yeah, we could do a live.
The last time
Look
you
at
guys
that.
were there was when Coop was in town, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I wasn't.
and I got COVID again.
Again.
Second time I got COVID going to the Caraway.
I'm sorry.
Thanks, Nate Bet.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
First time.
That probably wasn't him.
So, what do you think about the purple?
I haven't. Oh, I haven't had it yet
The purple
because I was
the blue
still
drink.
recovering
This
from
is
that
the blue
warhead.
drink. Blue drink.
Blue. Excuse me.
Blueberry.
I think the sodas are more sour than the candies.
Oh, this soda is way more sour
Mhm.
than the orange soda was.
Yes.
Way more. All right, I gotta hit some of this cigar again.
How much sugar are these?
I think they're probably pretty high. I usually drink diet
46 grams of sugar.
in one bottle. Well, we're splitting it up in
Split
thirds.
in three.
That's still.
So we're only having 3 bottles.
Sorry, I have root beer every night. You
You
guys
already had
diet.
a root beer.
I know, but I have like 2 or 3 a day. So.
Mm.
I have that in coffee. I'm good.
That's still one of my favorites with a cigar. Is a root beer or cream soda.
Wow, every day.
And that Wild Bill,
Mm.
I really like that. I bought a case of each flavor.
That was a good one.
Oh.
Yeah, this soda is similar to the orange soda, where it really, I mean, the sweetness of the cigar just goes over the top.
Take a sip of that.
Yeah.
Then take a sip of your sour mash.
Ooh.
Then
Mm.
take a drag.
All right, so damn, that's sour. That's sour blueberry soda, and now a little of Michter's sour mash whiskey. Here we go.
What could go wrong? This show is tonight.
Ooh.
This show tonight brought to you by diabetes.
That's different.
Tony.
Yeah. That's right.
That's right.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oh. What you thinking there, Matt?
Spice.
Through the roof.
Spice goes way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because and whiskey tends to do that because whiskeys like cigars have, you'll get sweet notes, you'll get spicy notes, you'll get, all those even earthy notes sometimes. But I like now that the sour soda faded and it's just the sour mash whiskey and the cigar and that pairing, the soda and the whiskey together, not a winner.
Okay.
No?
Not a winner. But one of the last things I want us to try is the natural
Ooh.
old school, just lemon and lime.
Ooh, I don't think that.
No,
Mm.
you can do it. I believe
I got
in
some
you.
water in between.
Yeah, I got water over here
Oh, you
too.
guys
Got to
got
clean the
berries.
palate out a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Okay.
Did you shoot that soda again?
No, I actually sipped it
Oh,
twice.
okay.
Twice.
Oh man, that soda the blueberry is way more sour
yeah.
than the orange was, which is weird because blueberries really aren't known
Do you have a schnozberry?
for being sour.
Schnozberry. Like schnozberries. He can't pull over anymore, officer. He's pulled over. I love that show.
Oh, yeah. I just took another sip of the whiskey. The whiskey and the soda,
No good?
not a good combo. But the whiskey, like I said, takes the spice level of the cigar up 100 points.
What are some of our viewers' favorite sour pairings with cigars?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ever try this before? I'm curious.
Tony
Yeah.
has. He's
I know
he's
Tony
tried.
has. I know that Tony has.
He has.
You know.
Yeah, if you guys, and even if you have something right now, let us obviously know what
are
it
you
is.
drinking? What are you smoking?
But yeah, if you've tried anything before, like so I actually remembered something. One of my favorite things in the world
You're on fire tonight.
is key lime pie. I love
yeah.
key lime
Yeah.
pie.
I think that's sour.
Well, It is sour, but it's better when it's sour. Like sometimes you'll go to a place and
it's like cream lime pie.
My wife,
yeah, it's more cream.
My wife laughs at me,
yeah,
because it's like we'll go someplace, especially when you're in Florida, you expect really good key lime pie, and you get it, and it's way too sweet. And I like it better when it's tart. And the last time my wife and I were in Florida last year, or no, it would have been the year before.
I think it's been too long if you got to think about it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's 100% true.
Yeah.
So we found this place that had really good key lime pie, and she doesn't really care for it, but we so I got a piece of the key lime. Oh, nice. Not interested?
Come on.
You got to try it. You got to try it. So I got a piece of key lime pie.
Yeah.
And sat outside by the canal and in Cape Coral, and it was at night after dinner, had a glass of wine and key lime pie and a cigar.
What cigar?
It was the Cinnabon, or
from the
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you've had one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was really nice. It was a really good pairing, or actually trio, because the wine, and it was white wine. I don't usually if I'm drinking wine, it's red wine.
Red. But
it was Pinot Grigio, key lime pie, and that Cinnabon cigar. And it was a nice pairing. I enjoyed it. But because anytime you have a dessert like that, that's kind of rich, it coats your palate enough to the point where it's almost too much. You start losing flavors because there's just all that coating.
Explosion in your mouth.
Exactly.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. That's going on the soundboard.
Yeah.
Smoke a brulee blue with this candy. That's interesting.
What kind of candy?
I'm thinking
with
like
the
acid
with the sour candy, maybe
something like that. Maybe.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt if
come on,
sour candy and a brulee blue, because the sour, especially the sour beverage, because that brulee blue has so much sweetness to it. I bet it would go off the charts. Almost, it might even taste like, artificially sweetened cigar.
Was that cherry?
Cherry.
Cheeky cherry.
Oh, cheeky cherry.
Cheeky cherry. Let me see if I can.
Can you? No.
Aren't
you a firefighter?
Well, if I had to, that way.
He just drives these days. He
he's a
yeah. Let him tell the truth, bro.
I'm a chauffeur.
Yeah.
You're a chauffeur for firefighters.
Exactly. I take the heroes to the fire, and then I watch them.
So what he's saying is he's got soft hands. He can't open the bottles anymore.
They are pretty soft. My wife makes him lotion up a lot.
There you go.
I can't
help one of the lines I love from that movie, A Few Good Men, is because it reminds me of that. And this is no disrespect to any branch of the military. It's just a joke from a movie, so get over it. Where the guy says,
"We've been lucky."
The guy says, "No, I like all you," because the Marines and Navy have a little feud. They say, "No, we like all you Navy boys. Anytime we got to go someplace to fight, you fellas always give us a ride." So anytime those fellas have to go fight a fire, you always give them a ride.
Yeah.
Apparently, he runs a bubble gun or something.
Bubble gun?
You got a bubble gun in the fire department?
Hey, secrets is secrets. What's wrong with you guys?
I want to know.
I didn't say anything. Gun. He's the one letting go all the secrets.
Tony did it. I didn't. I just
Tony said it.
Oh, Tony said it.
Shut up, Tony.
I want to hear more about the bubble gun.
I don't know anything about bubble guns.
We're not. Yeah. That would be incriminating.
All right. So this is the cheeky cherry.
Cheeky cherry.
Let's get into this cheeky cherry soda. All right.
Get in it, Matt. Get all in it.
Oh, I don't like that. Nope.
That's not sour. That's just
like cough syrup.
Thank you. That's why I don't like cherry candy.
Like cough syrup.
Because it's like Robitussin.
Yes. It's not as bad.
That tastes like a sour cherry, though.
It does.
Yeah. Like if you eat them too early, I guess.
Oh, I'm going with a cherry Zot.
I mean,
we're going to go with Zots? I'm going to go with
honestly, I can see like making a cocktail with this, soda, but cherry Zot.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to like this.
Bite into it.
No.
Oh,
Bite it.
cherry.
It's not sour.
All alone.
It's not sour.
Oh, it's not sour?
Mm-mm.
Inside is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, come on. Maybe my taste buds are just gone.
Oh, you're telling me it's not sour? It's super sour.
No, come on. Did you spit it out?
Fucking right.
You got to bite into that shit. Ready?
You got to bite into it. You didn't even get to the good part yet.
Mmm.
No.
It's fizzing in your mouth. It's gonna.
Oh. Mm-mm. I used to like those as a kid.
Mmm.
You're a different kind of screwed up, buddy.
Don't go there. Am I the only one that's going to finish it off?
I'm going to finish the cherry. I'm not finishing the exotic.
Yeah, I had to get rid of that. That was terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly, it tastes exactly like the soda. And I'm drinking more of the soda. Why am I doing this? I hate this.
You got to finish it.
Oh, it's
Now,
so bad.
Take a puff of your cigar.
Oh, the cigar? Yeah.
We're smoking cigars here.
This is a cigar show
tonight.
after all. All right, here we go.
That made it taste real earthy. Really earthy right now.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it?
That doesn't, because I wasn't getting any earthiness from the cigar before. And now your glasses are fogging up, bro. Seriously.
I told you my nose is sweating. I'm kidding.
He's literally sweating like a pig.
His glasses are actually fogged. All right, I'm just going to kill the rest of this soda just so I don't have to drink any more of it.
You guys thought I was kidding.
Oh, it's bad. That soda is really bad. But yeah, it brings out earthiness in the cigar. That is really weird.
Yeah, I didn't get it early neither. And we're smoking two different cigars.
But like I said, Cameroon and Sumatra are kind of close cousins, kissing cousins.
They're from Alabama?
Alabama cousins. No offense to any of our viewers or listeners in Alabama. It's just a joke.
You got a disclaimer at the end.
Sour mash. I'm going to try that.
But we're not guests.
I am.
Oh, woo! What was that?
That was the whiskey. Oh, that's the finish of that.
Did you guys see his face behind the mic?
Of the finish of the whiskey after that cherry soda.
Not doing it for you.
Oh, that's so bad.
Take a puff of the cigar.
That's weird. It even. Did you smell this before he drank it? It changed the smell of it.
It tastes like tastes like potting soil.
There, you know,
like I mean, I've never eaten.
I've been around
soil.
a lot of that lately.
Yeah, I've never eaten potting soil, obviously, but you know what it smells like, and that's I got to drink some water and clean out my palate here.
It even changed the smell of that mash.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that cherry soda, but it's not. I've actually got
to get you a case for your birthday.
I got a sour beer in the fridge too. I might try just because I don't like it.
So we were talking earlier before we started why they actually call sour mash sour mash.
Why is that?
So
I'm curious because I wasn't here for this conversation.
So whiskey.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. You were late.
Whiskeys are, there's what's called a mash bill, which is, all the grains that get milled up, and soaked in water.
I remember that. Okay.
And that's the mash bill for the whiskey.
I was here.
And it releases sugars and things like that into the natural sugars from the grains go into the water, and it does sort of naturally ferment, and they give it little help sometimes by adding yeast and things like that. And it's all depending on where it's made and what style of whiskey it is and all that. But sour mash is like extra fermented. It's like almost to the point of like making sourdough bread. like they ferment the.
I do know about that. My fiance's been trying to learn how to make that for the last couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
it's an interesting process.
So you take flour and water and leave it out on the counter.
Yep.
So it actually gets funky and fermented. And sour mash whiskey is kind of the same way, where regular whiskey, it definitely, you get that funkiness and the sweetness from the grain, but the sour mash, it's like super fermented over the top. And
so I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What cigar out there is super fermented, takes the extra time to let it age a little longer or ferment a little longer? Well, I can't think of anything offhand. I
mean, typically, like when the tobacco is in the, and this is me, not being an expert like a lot of the cigar manufacturers we have on, but typically when the cigar tobacco is fermenting, it's in those pilones. So they take the hands of tobacco, which is, like 5 or 6 tobacco leaves tied together with twine, and they spray it with water. So it's just wet enough where it's not sopping wet. And they stack the leaves in these perfectly arranged pilones, and the moisture mixed with the weight of the tobacco itself just pushing down naturally creates heat that generates heat, and that ferments the tobacco, darkens the color, and also dissipates the ammonia that's in the tobacco leaf. Natural ammonia and nicotine naturally present in tobacco. The ammonia you don't want. So that, and when you go
real quick and let us know.
When you go in a room where they have the pilones and they're fermenting that tobacco, there's so much ammonia in the air, depending on what's part of the cycle you walk in that room in. I've been in fermenting rooms that I can't even stand in for more than 5 seconds, and I have to walk right back out again. And there's people in there wearing masks, but just run, and they constantly are rotating the pilones so that every layer gets the same time and amount of heat. And there's a particular temperature they're usually going for, and humidity and color that they want to get on those leaves.
Or Skip would know.
And so that's where the fermentation part comes in with tobacco.
So who fermentates their leaves the longest?
I don't know if there's,
does that even help tobacco out?
Well, I know they're also, I don't know about the length of time, because typically it's not a time thing, it's a temperature thing, because they keep big charts on the wall for temperature and what date and time they got the measurement they wanted. So they're more going for a temperature and a color. But I know that certain tobaccos don't need to ferment very long, because typically they're thinner leaves, lower priming. The higher priming, especially like broadleaf Ligero, broadleaf is naturally thicker anyway, and then Ligero is thicker because it's toward the top of the plant. It gets a ton of sun exposure, so it's a hardy, thick leaf. I would assume that the higher the priming and the thicker the varietal of leaf is, the longer it needs to ferment before it gets to just that right sweet spot. And maybe they ferment different tobaccos to different temperatures. If I remember right, I think it was 120 Fahrenheit was like the target temperature. Now, how long it stays at 120, I don't know.
Almost like a compost-like reaction.
It is, yeah. And there's a pipe tobacco called Pairings, which they do the same thing, but they put it in old whiskey barrels.
Okay.
And one of the things Pete Johnson said once when he was actually on our show is Pairings tobacco is fermented just almost to the point of rotting. And Pairings has a really distinct kind of funky barnyard. Like if you're walking in a forest and it's been rain and in the fall and there's leaves all over the ground and it's been raining, there's that smell, that wet leaf kind of smell. Pairings,
is that carbon?
Yeah. Pairings has that kind of wet leaf mixed with this interesting kind of sweet, because anything fermented like sourdough bread, if you open a jar of sourdough starter, it smells sweet. And fermentation, I mean, people have been using fermentation since before refrigeration to try to preserve foods.
Canned goods.
Yeah.
Canning. And
so,
hi, Dad. My dad's visiting us.
Oh, right on.
Told you might have a couple new guys.
That's the real Raul Ramos, by the way.
That's the second. If believe it or not, I'm the third.
Oh, so you're not relevant then? So
no.
Saying. Okay. Dad's relevant. We like the dads watching the show.
Yeah.
Dad.
The earthiness is still kicked up on the cigar.
Yes.
It's and it may part of that may be like the transition of the cigar just naturally because when they roll, especially because I'm smoking a Toro, so it's a little bit longer cigar. And when they take those tobacco leaves in the rolling room, the Bancheros who make the main binder and filler combination, they'll take those leaves and they'll tear them, but then they'll flip because there's more strength and flavor toward the tip of the leaf. And they'll take them and tear them, and then they'll flip the side with the leaf tips. They'll flip it for whichever wherever they want more. So if they want more strength toward the end of the cigar, they'll flip that so the leaf tips are closer to where the end of the cigar is going to be. And that can change, as you're smoking a cigar. You can get changes in flavors, changes in aromas, changes in strength.
Combustion.
Yeah, and the combustion and the moisture and heat build up inside the cigar too. So sometimes it's leaf placement, sometimes it's just the way the cigar combusts.
I was going to say, sometimes it just gets naturally stronger just from smoking.
Exactly. Yeah. Especially like Padrones are famous for that because and I'm sure they do a lot of different leaf arrangement. They keep things pretty close to the vest as far as their secrets and all that. But Padrones, at least in my smoking experience, are kind of famous for that, where they get stronger as the cigar goes.
See that? That's just wrong.
Just the tip.
That's just wrong.
That's not wrong.
I mean, he's got a point.
So I switch now. And I really...
Yeah, I'm just going to get a few more.
I love this wrapper. I mean, this band.
I'm going to get a few more puffs off this Kubo Sumatra, and then I'm going to switch over to the Aladino Cameron. I want to get... Oh, let's get our... lemons and limes out.
All right.
What are we drinking with this?
Nothing. You're just going to pop it in your mouth.
Oh.
Pop it in your mouth, buddy.
Give me a lime. I'm not doing the lemon.
I'm going to get a little more of this sour mash whiskey.
You got to do both. At the same time?
Yeah, get one of each. Well, no, not at the same time.
I'll do them at the same time.
All right, here we go.
You're going to do them at the same time?
Yeah.
You're going to stick two in at once?
Yeah, that's what real men do. They take it from both ways.
Which one do you prefer mixing drinks with or having with a Coke? The limes or the lemons?
Limes.
He likes the Cuba Libre. Rum and Coke.
All right, I'm going to go with the lime to start. So.
I'm going with lemon.
I'm going with both.
All right, here we go. Lime time.
That wasn't bad.
Yikes. That's
compared to what?
That wasn't bad.
That's bold. All right, let's
that's not as bad as the candy though.
Get a puff of the cigar right away.
It's a different kind though. It's a different kind of sour.
No, it's natural.
Okay, different kind of sour.
All right, so now we're back to big sweetness on the cigar.
That just changed everything.
The sourness, plus there's in the outside, the zest of the citrus, there's oils in there.
Yeah.
That for me went back to amping up the sweetness of the cigar. What about you guys?
The tip of my tongue has totally different flavor than it did before.
Really?
If you remember when Nate Beck said, like, try to inhale it this way? Try that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still big sweetness.
Like a nuttiness almost to it now with that.
Okay.
Leather.
Yeah, a little bit of leather.
But I'm still getting the earthiness.
Yeah.
Mine's kind of gone away. The earthiness has kind of gone away. But if I take a drink of the whiskey, I bet it'll come back. But the lime is...
Put the lime in
the lime is almost... I want to do the lemon because the lime is I mean, it's super sour, but there's also some bitterness there.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling I'm going to do one of the lemon slices right now. Get that seed out of there. I have a feeling that
I'm going to cleanse my palate real quick.
the lemon's going to be more pure sweet than, or pure sour than bitter. I don't think the lemon's going to have a lot of bitterness to it.
That's what I had first, the lemon.
All right, lemon time. Here we go.
So like hammer time.
Oh,
Not.
I was wrong. I was wrong. There's bitterness to that too. And
Right.
but it's very, oh man, it's very different from the lime.
We're not,
I mean, obviously it's a
we're not
different
going to
fruit.
be able to taste anything tomorrow.
Nope.
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
All right, puff the cigar after that lemon.
I do like the lime better than the lemon.
Doing both.
Yeah, I like the lime better too. The lemon brings back that earthiness, but the bitterness really stays, really kind of stays put. I'm gonna cleanse the palate with some water here, but the bitterness really kind of stayed put with the lemon, where the lime, the bitterness was just kind of in the background. And
Is anybody else getting heartburn already?
a little bit. Yeah.
You?
Not yet.
You got a goat belly, though.
Goat belly. Yeah.
You can eat anything. It doesn't bother you.
I wouldn't say anything.
I ate a hot taco, and
And you're Puerto Rican.
it's crazy, ain't it?
I know.
Puerto Rican who has terrible Spanish pronunciation and doesn't like spicy food.
And I don't like to eat.
You don't like to eat.
You hear that, Dad?
Yeah, he knows. My dad could sit out in the sun all day long,
Yeah.
110 degrees, and love it.
Nice.
I go at 80 degrees, and I'm hot. I want to go back inside of the AC.
Yeah, that earthiness is still ramped up. One last little sip of the sour mash whiskey.
You got a whole bottle. Why stop there? By the end of the show, you'll be stumbling right into your house.
Because I have to work tomorrow morning, and I have family that I love. Okay, so that's weird.
Yeah.
The sip of the whiskey was really sweet
Okay.
Really?
just then, after the lemon and the lime.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Ooh, what is next?
Huh. Oh yeah, what is? Oh, is that the sour apple?
That is
Green apple?
The,
You tried to show me this thing earlier. There we go.
there we go. Tilt it.
There we go.
Good gracious green apple.
All right. While you're opening the good gracious green apple, I'm going to fire up the Aladino Cameroon Robusto.
Okay.
One of my favorites. The Lonsdale size of this cigar was Cigar of the Year for How About That Cigar 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Must be good.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you start yours too?
Of course.
All right. You want to pour some water in there? Maybe cleans that out a little bit. Cleans that out.
Nah,
All right.
it's. I mean, there's
I like it rough, rugged, and raw.
2 drops in there. It's not gonna.
So I don't think he understands how
Same
clumsy
thing.
I am. I keep trying to hand him the bottle rather than pour it.
Yeah, we've had soda spill on
Oh,
the
trust me, I'm very clumsy.
on the mixing
On
board
the mixing
before.
board once. It was a bad night. Internet went down. I didn't know what to do. I lost my shit. So
He did lose his shit.
yeah,
He
literally.
did.
Yeah, I was like-
Can confirm.
Yeah. Damn internet connection.
I was like, Justin, it's okay, man. It's okay. Don't go to that dark place, man.
I went to the dark place.
You did.
I'm sorry.
He got over it.
I think Tony's getting a couple cavities from watching this or something.
Yeah, honestly, I am too. I'm. If anybody wants to like stay up and chat on Facebook, I'll
We're gonna
probably
be
be
up
up
for a
at
while.
3 a.m. Be like, "Ah, nah, 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 nah."
You do it again.
No, one time.
Did you try the
Two
lemon heads
times.
yet?
The what now?
Lemon heads?
No, I love lemon heads though. I got to try. Those are pretty sweet.
I'm gonna go with
You got to crunch.
watermelon warhead. with a green apple.
All right, there's the Aladino Cameroon is fired up now.
All right, we're going all in.
I just love this band.
Mm.
And the cigar's pretty damn good too.
Yeah, it's funny with all the other stuff going on.
Somebody says, "Are you all glad the Richmond North of Richmond lost the court case versus the cigar industry?"
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Oh, you.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
What?
so the FDA lost the court case against
Big battle.
the CRA and the PCA.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. Yeah. Okay.
So
So you just took me a second. I was
very
like, oh, yeah,
very
I
happy
gotta
about
email
that.
Yeah.
It's and we'll have more coming up about this later in the show, but extremely happy about it. I think it's a big win. If you haven't yet, you should go to halfwheel.com and check out what Charlie Minato wrote about it.
Okay.
He had some very good insights, as he always does, about regulatory related stuff. It's definitely a big win.
He's a very intellectual guy about cigars. He knows his stuff.
Yes.
Every time we have him on the
Yes.
show, I'm just like, wow. He just pulls up facts from like
Yep.
20 years ago, numbers and everything. That guy knows
If there's
his stuff.
anything you don't know,
Yep.
you can ask him, and
definitely.
he'll probably know it off the top of his head without even having to look it up.
Evening.
So,
All right, green apple.
Yeah, we're doing the
All right,
green
we're doing
apple.
the green apple.
Yep.
All right.
Evening, David.
Cheers.
Cheers. I have a watermelon warhead with this.
Not really sour.
No sour.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Is it just me, or is it? It doesn't taste like apple either. It's probably all the other crap I've had in my palate tonight. That,
If you'd have rinsed the cup out, you would have had pure green apple, like I told you.
it's weird. It tastes like cherry and blueberry. Also, that's weird.
I get a little green apple, but it tastes more like a Jolly Rancher than it does anything sour.
Well, I got watermelon in my mouth too, so it's kind of throwing.
Oh, you got
You
got
love all
candy
kinds of
too.
things in your mouth, don't you?
Mm.
All right, I gotta get another. Got to get another sour. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. Sour candies, sour everything.
I'm not getting sour anymore. I'm just getting sweet. I think my sour buds are destroyed.
You think so?
I think so. Everything's sweet now.
Well, and that is another thing. From some scientific stuff I read,
Mm-hmm.
that you can actually like burn out the
Sourness in your mouth?
well, not even the sourness. Having too much sour stuff can burn out some of the other taste receptors. Not permanently,
Yeah,
We might be there.
I think I'm there.
some of the salty receptors and sweet receptors in your tongue can get burned out from doing too much sour candy. Because, it became a thing almost like where in a cigar business, it became almost a competition to see who could make the strongest cigar. Or in the beer business, everybody wanted to see who could make the funkiest IPA. The same is true with sour candy. Companies wanted to just go over the top with how sour they could make it. And if kids were having too much of that stuff,
They did at the candy store. They had a sour gel, extreme sour gel. I mean, not sour. That'd be different.
that would be different.
But I didn't want to get it. I just thought we had enough.
Yeah, I don't blame
I
you.
wonder if they have like those hot things that you like, the hot chips or
Oh yeah,
Not
the hot challenges, spicy
Yeah,
challenges.
I got a sour one.
They probably have them.
I know.
Oh, they gotta have it.
Next time we do a show like this,
And the spicy, the overly spicy stuff, I can't. I mean, I get to like.
you're like, bleh.
Why is Tony using big words?
The basic
Citric acid.
basic hot sauce like Cholula.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through that stuff
It's
a
more
lot.
like ketchup.
But there's just a tiniest little hint of heat to it. It's not
Yeah.
spicy. The citric acid has one game. Yeah, I think Tony, you're right. Because it's becoming more and more difficult to discern flavors
Sour.
and aromas.
Mine's all sweet. I'm not getting sour.
All right, so I had another Sour Patch Kid and another drink of this green apple soda. I'm going to take a puff of the cigar and see what we get. I wish I could Because I'm like a sugar fiend. I go nuts for candy and stuff like that. And Sour Patch Kids are one of my all-time like weaknesses. I love them so much. Okay, so the cigar and oh shoot, I got a different cigar than the so I switched from the Aladino Cameroon I switched from the Kubo Sumatra to the Aladino Cameroon. And the Aladino Cameroon really has more sort of natural earthiness to it. There's definitely sweetness, but there's this sort of natural earthiness to it, along with the little sort of hints of spice in that Aladino Cameroon. And that seems to be really heightened. Let's go for a lemon head. I used to buy these things in the big bags when I was in college.
Every time I think lemon heads now, I think of the what the hell's the name of that band? When I suck the lemon off and sell the white.
Was that a song lyric?
Yeah, it's
it doesn't ring a bell.
Not the Outcast. Who was CeeLo's band? Goody Mob.
Goody Mob.
Goody Mob has one where they talk about sucking off the yellow part and selling the white as crack. So every time I see Lemonheads, I think of that lyric.
Nice.
Okay. We're not selling Lemonheads as crack here.
Sorry for crunching candy in the microphone. Sorry, guys.
That's pretty good.
Oh, I love Lemonheads. All right, cigar time.
You gotta go back to that whiskey.
All right, so that's interesting. The Lemonhead now, and this may be palate fatigue, but now the cigar tastes sour.
Really?
Yeah. It might just be palate fatigue.
I still can't get over
spice.
I was just gonna say that I just can't get over the retrohale. How spicy the retrohale is.
Which one are you?
Aladino. Yeah.
Yeah, the retrohale is spicier on the Aladino Cameroon.
I didn't have that at first though. I just got it.
Your eyes are watering.
I know that never happens. I have a retrohale almost every drag sometimes.
Yeah.
But I had a Sour Patch Kid in my mouth at the same time too.
Yeah, that. All right, so the sourness on the cigar is going away now. So yeah. I think my palate is just a little fatigued.
Okay.
But you know, this, like with everything else, all the other pairings we've done on How About That Cigar before, we just encourage you guys to experiment with everything you can, find. If you're a drinker, find different alcoholic beverages and try it out, try different whiskeys, try, the range of gins. If you're a gin drinker, that because of the botanicals they use in gins, they can taste vastly different from one brand to another. Some are really cucumber forward, some are really citrus forward, some are botanical forward, some are floral, pine. Whatever. Find the one that works for you. And beers, the list is endless with beers. It's absolutely outrageous how many different varieties of beer there are today.
Why don't you grab your sour beer?
Oh, the sour beer, yeah. Let me get a little water.
I like that idea.
And if you have a water for him, he might need one.
I got water for you. Yeah, you guys talk amongst yourselves while I grab.
So, Ro, one time at band camp.
What'd you do with that flute?
I was more of a drummer.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's a scary thought.
Yeah. It was kind of fun.
To each his own.
I know. Ooh,
so,
agua.
Let's touch up on sweets in general.
Sweets.
Like dark chocolate, milk chocolate.
Royce chocolate from Vegas.
which was pretty damn good. I regret
still
not
have
bringing
some of that.
I regret not bringing some of that home.
Yeah, I still have some of that left.
But if you don't like the sour stuff, maybe you go with something sweeter, like a chocolate.
Chocolates are good.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is from Prairie Artisan Ales. And it is called, I hate this name, but it's called Vape Tricks.
Okay.
And it's a sour ale.
Is that sour THC or
aged on cherries? No,
okay.
It's not THC.
Vape Tricks.
I do remember trying this.
Yeah.
A long time ago, and
didn't go well.
Hating it.
Okay.
But just for the sake of the show, I'm probably not gonna have very much of it.
One to test, one to rest.
Yeah. Oh, it smells terrible.
Let me smell.
Do it.
Smell that beer.
I think it smells sweet. It kind of smells like that cherry drink we had earlier. The cherry. All this for you guys.
Yeah, we do this
for you.
We do this for you. It tastes like bile. Oh, I mean, that's typically, when you get that sensation, something really bad's about to come up.
Yeah.
Watch out, roll.
Oh,
point your head that way.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna puff the cigar now.
Yes, Dak, that chocolate that he has, that Patrick O'Brien has, is addictive because it's kind of that soft chocolate. It melts in your mouth right away. So when you're smoking, it kind of coats your whole mouth. Yeah, that's pretty good. I love that he does that down there.
Oh, those lint,
lint
truffles. All right, that's all I'm doing.
I usually eat about 12 when I'm down there. Thanks, Pat.
That's all I'm doing.
Just
sour
one
beer. No, it's disgusting. It's so bad.
Wash it down with some sour mash.
I'm not.
The can was pretty.
I don't really like sour beer in general, and that might be one of the worst I've ever had. It literally tastes like throw up. Brutal.
Kind of happy we don't drink, huh?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you should be glad that you don't get to try that. All right.
Let you be the risk taker of the group.
Yeah. Any change on that after the sour mash beer?
It's really sweet now. The whiskey's really sweet, which it's so funny how this stuff can change it. And the cigar the earthiness is like through the roof. All right. Well, like we said, guys, when it comes to pairings, just get out there. Yeah. Raul's you trying to get me drunk?
That is, if I have to give up another secret, usually, since I haven't drank in so while, when you go out drinking with me, I try to get you drunk, and some of my buddies in the fire department can relate to this, or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend a couple $100 to make sure you bounce off the garage doors when you go home. I love it. Somebody's got a drink for me.
You live vicariously through others.
That's right.
Nice. But honestly, whether it's what we did tonight with pairing sour stuff, whether it's coffees, beers, whiskeys, gins, chocolates, foods like we did with Chef Ed when he was here, just get out there and experiment. Try different cigars. Try, get just even more than what we did tonight. Grab like 4 cigars and of different wrapper leaves. Get a broadleaf wrapper, get a Connecticut shade wrapper, get a Sumatra wrapper, and so on and so forth. And try them with those cigars, each with the same beverage or with the same food or the same chocolate, whatever. It's so cool to see all the different things. And these are extreme. What we did tonight is extreme. A lot of pairings are more subtle. Tonight was not. Tonight was the opposite. That's why we called it angry pairings, because tonight was the opposite of subtle.
And actually, when we first started eating these Sour Patch Big Heads, we would do it in between cigars.
Yeah.
To refresh your palate, to restart your palate.
Yeah.
Also, one quick thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Chef Ed, who got married a few weeks ago.
Yes. a month ago at the PCA trade show.
We were at the wedding. Yeah.
It was a beautiful wedding. It was really beautiful. And cannot wait to see Chef Ed again and hang out some more.
Yep.
But I think
it's
time.
Is it time?
Time for what?
It is now time for this week's Numero de los Muertos. And as always, Numero de los Muertos brought to us by our friends at Smoke Inn.
I'm Steve here with the GOAT to tell you about Smoke Inn's Cigar of the Month Club. Every month, I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Every month, there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. All delivered to your door for $34.95. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace.
All right. Numero de los Muertos, episode 210. Thanks again to our friends at Smoke Inn. So I got a number for you guys this week, and the number is 450.
A year?
People on average per year in the United States die from this.
Anal beads. I've been dying to say that.
You got to say it live. You got to say it live. It is not anal beads. And viewers, if you're watching live on Facebook and YouTube, if you have guesses, put those in the comments. 450 people a year on average in the United States die from this every year.
Is it on land?
Yes.
Is it in a vehicle?
Are vehicles involved?
It can be in a vehicle. I suppose it could be in a vehicle. Okay. I'll say also, on average in the United States, 400,000 people a year are hospitalized for this or treated, receive medical treatment for this. 1.9 million per year worldwide.
Drinking sour mash? Oh, wait.
Not drinking sour mash.
You should have some.
Not citric acid consumption. I should have some.
Jaywalking.
Not jaywalking.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with any sexual positions?
No.
You had to think about that for a second. I'm not sure.
Did I know?
Okay. Are animals involved?
No.
No animals.
Why do you go from sex to animals? How do you just link those two up? That's not even right.
I thought you were throwing something out. I don't know.
Jeez. It goes from sex to animals.
Hey, the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
I think.
What do you got, Raul?
I was thinking
spectators at racing events?
Not spectators at racing events.
People getting hit with chairs on docks?
No.
Falling out of a car?
Not falling out of the car.
Is it falling out of something?
Falling? Is it falling out of buildings?
Okay.
Is it falling?
Do these people jump?
No.
Okay. Do they fall?
Yes.
They fall.
They hit their head.
They
in
could.
some cases, yes.
But that doesn't kill them.
I'd say most of the cases where the person ends up dying, it's probably due to a blow to the head.
A blow to the head.
Falling off a scaffolding.
No.
Not boating.
It is not boating accidents. It's not bus accidents. It's not falling off a motorcycle.
Falling off a fire truck?
Nope.
No.
I'd say, I mean, this would be classified as an accident.
So they're not getting pushed off something.
Correct.
Okay. But they fell.
Correct.
Just tripping over their own feet.
No. I think that's been done on the show before.
Not a jet ski accident.
Not a jet ski accident.
Because this
Is it in water or it's on land?
Land.
Okay.
Falling when you're washing windows.
Nope. That's a good one though.
Falling off a roof.
Don't fall off.
There's more to life than just firefighters, Raul. No, I'm
Falling down the stairs.
not falling down the stairs.
Falling off a ladder.
Nope.
Ooh.
Ooh, I know that was close.
No.
Falling off a deck.
Nope.
Deer stand.
No.
Falling out of a tree.
Nope.
Is it recreational?
No.
I mean, that could be involved.
Job related?
No.
I got you, Eric.
Okay.
I'll say the vast majority of victims,
Mhm.
whether they end up dying or just hospitalized, are it's a big clue, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Are senior citizens.
The life alert lady.
No.
Falling and breaking a hip?
Can't get up.
No.
No.
I mean, a broken hip may be a result of this.
Falling in the bathtub.
No.
On the toilet.
No.
Getting up out of bed.
Tripping over a dog, a cat.
Wait, what? Falling while
Falling
getting
out of bed?
Falling out of bed.
Oh.
Wow. Yes. Falling out of bed. On average, 400.
Die from falling? Like it's.
Well, most of them are senior citizens.
Okay.
In nursing care facilities. They have limited mobility. They have limited strength. And a lot of them don't pay very close attention, whether they're at home or in a assisted care facility. They don't pay close enough attention to the rails on the sides of the bed, making sure they're up.
Mm-hmm.
And they roll out accidentally, usually while they're asleep, or they try to get out of bed and they don't have enough strength to do so.
Probably just have to go to the bathroom.
They end up falling, and,
450
a year die from that in the United States on average.
And also, some of them that fall, they don't have the life alert.
So
call
yes,
for help or something.
So Tony, I did say. So I said it's possible for vehicles to be involved because if you're in an RV that has a bed, it is possible. Well, I know it's not probable, but I didn't want to leave it out. I wanted to. Yeah, it's possible. Whether or not RVs go into this stat, I don't have the foggiest clue.
Yeah.
Most of them are elderly people, though. And in the United States, on average, every year, 400,000 Americans are medically treated for injuries sustained from falling out of bed.
And are these mostly senior citizens?
Yes,
Okay.
vast majority.
Wow.
And worldwide, 1.9 million a year.
So I hope you're taking notes when you get to that point. Don't falling out
get
of the bed.
get side rails for your bed,
Yes.
especially if you have older folks that you love.
Life alert.
Get life alert. Get side rails for the bed.
I feel
It makes a
they
big
should have
difference.
like a internal life alert. It's like a chip inside your body or something.
I wouldn't be surprised
You know
if
what I
they're
mean?
developing that
Yeah.
somewhere.
I got an idea.
What's that?
Just put on a diaper. You don't have to get out of bed.
I'm wearing one now.
Oh boy.
All right, guys. That was this week's Numero de los Muertos. All right. So let's get into the lightning round brought to us by our friends at J.C. Newman Cigar Company, America's oldest family-owned premium cigar maker, creators of the popular Brick House, Perla Del Mar, Diamond Crown, and the American. J.C. Newman Cigar Company operates out of their 112-year-old El Reloj cigar factory in historic Cigar City, Tampa, Florida. For more information on their cigars or visitor experience, please visit jcnewman.com. So
Raul hasn't been on the show before.
This is Raul's first time being on the big Monday night show. How about that cigar? He's been in studio before hanging out with us.
But now we get to pick his brands, see what his dirtiest secrets are.
Exactly. So we get to hit Raul
a couple secrets already
with the lightning round questions. Yeah. And we're gonna mix it up. I'm not sure which lightning round questions we're gonna. But
I'm not looking.
So my favorite question of all of them is, if you were about to get into a fight, what would your soundtrack music be?
Probably the theme song from what the hell's that wrestling movie?
Wrestling movie.
Yep.
The Wrestler?
No, it was a long time ago. It had Loud when he was carrying a big log up the stairs.
I mean, it's not Dancing Queen.
No, it's not Dancing Queen. That's
Wrestling
my second
movie.
Barbie Girl.
Vision Quest.
Vision Quest.
Vision Quest. The theme song for Vision Quest.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that movie since it came out. I'd have to watch it again.
Oh, we watched it every week in wrestling when I was in high school.
I don't remember. I don't remember that movie very closely. I do. I know I saw it.
He's looking it up right now.
Back in the 80s, I saw it, but I couldn't remember it right now at all. All right. Well, he's looking that up.
Right.
I'm just looking.
All right.
Because I can't remember the words.
When you were a kid or a teenager, who was your number one celebrity crush?
Farrah Fawcett.
Okay.
Such a great classic answer.
Who didn't have the poster up in their room?
I didn't have the poster. We're the same age. Yeah. I didn't have. I had Heather Thomas in the pink bikini from Fall Guy. Heather Thomas. I had that one on my wall. I didn't have Farrah Fawcett. Alyssa Milano was an excellent choice.
She would have been 12.
Well,
we're
younger
than you, Dax and I. You know,
I
I was more in the Cindy Crawford, Kathy Ireland era.
I mean, she is like in her 40s now.
Nice.
She is in her 40s now.
Yeah, we're close to 60.
No, I'm not close to 60. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. I am not close to 60. All right. So the zombie apocalypse is coming.
Yep.
You get to choose 3 people from the cigar industry to be on your zombie survival team. Who do you pick and why?
Now, me being in the industry only a few years now, I only know a few guys.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with Ian from Dapper, because he seems like a really smart dude. He's fun to be around, and I'd love to sit down and watch other people get eaten while we and him laugh.
Good answer.
And then there's Mickey Pegg.
Oh yeah.
He could talk the shit out of anybody.
Oh yeah.
He'll talk a zombie straight.
He'll talk him back to full human beingness.
Yep.
Nice.
And then the final one will have to be Dean from Eric. From Epics.
Yes.
Epic, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
Because I just put a baseball bat in his hand, and let him go to work.
Yeah.
Go to work, big fella. Clear a path for me and Ian. We can laugh the whole way.
There's a short list of people on this planet that I never want to get on the wrong side of, and he's one of them. I mean, seriously, he's don't want to get on his bad side. All right. So let's jump into this week's notable smokables, and those are brought to us by Luciano Cigars. Notable cigars, notable passion, notable purpose. So each week we name a cigar that we smoked recently that was notable to us. This could be a cigar that's been on the market for decades that we just smoked for the first time in a long time, or a cigar that's brand new to the market that we smoked for the first time ever. Justin, let's start with you. What's your notable this week?
My notable, let's look, what did I smoke this week? Caught me off a Room 101 Doomsayer, the aggressive version of that, which is the darker Maduro, I believe.
Very nice.
Or Sandres. So.
Excellent. Did you enjoy it?
I did. I had that yesterday, right before the rain, and outside with the garden. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Raul, what was your notable this
Mine
week?
would be Freud's cigar company, Alter Ego, the Toro.
Okay.
I was given to me by a guest, a friend.
Yeah.
And I absolutely loved it.
Very cool. What is $28 ish for that cigar?
Yes, I think so, but it was a gift, so it made it taste even better.
Yeah. Nothing tastes better than a free cigar.
Yeah.
My notable this week was my wife and I sat out, had a little bonfire in the backyard. Saturday night. And this might have been from you. It was from the Hive box.
Okay.
It was the Green Hornet Lancero.
Okay.
And I think that was from the Hive, because that Lancero I think was only available in the Hive box.
Could have been.
And I think because I didn't buy a Hive box, but I think that cigar might have come from you.
Could have. Very strong possibility.
It was a really good. I mean, I love the Green Hornet.
Yeah.
In the original size, but that Lancero, it was just more to love.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really good. And because it's such a longer smoke, that cigar, that last third, super strong. I mean, a lot of Ligero strength in that cigar in that last third. Really enjoyed that cigar a lot. And great just sitting, relaxing, in front of a bonfire. That was really awesome. So that was this week's Notable Smokables, brought to us by Luciano Cigars. Improving lives through fine cigars. Please visit lucianocigars.com to learn more. Now let's let you guys know about some coming attractions, those brought to us by AJ Fernandez. Born and raised in Cuba, AJ Fernandez now produces unparalleled premium cigars in Esteli, Nicaragua. The AJ Fernandez portfolio of cigars provides blend, strength, and flavor profiles to match the preferences of any premium cigar consumer. Whether it's New World, Dias de Gloria, San Latano, Enclave, or Bellas Artes, you are sure to be satisfied with a premium cigar from AJ Fernandez. So we're still working on August, but we do have some very exciting stuff coming up in September that I want to let you guys know about. So we already mentioned Cigars and Baseball. We're going to be there live on September 14th. So be sure to pay close attention to our YouTube and Facebook pages on September 14th, because we will be going live throughout the day. Later in September, on the 18th, we're going to talk to Josh Habersky and Scott Pierce from PCA and really dig into the details about this recent court victory that the PCA and the CRA had against the FDA. That's a lot of acronyms.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I'm excited about for September. So I reached out to Juan Cancel. I reached out to a few people actually about this. Raul is one of them. Because it turns out Monday, September 11th is, we normally do the show on Mondays. And as soon as I saw that date, I thought I would really like to do something to try to pay tribute to first responders, specifically from that area who in New York, who were dealing with this tragedy. So I reached out to Juan Cancel. Juan Cancel was boots on the ground that day. And he has other people that, and Juan is from Protocol Cigars.
And what did he do back then? Was he a police officer? Or
yes. Yeah. He was Port Authority, okay. I believe. Port Authority, or it was either Port Authority or Transit Police in New York City. And I asked him if he, in addition to himself, knew some other first responders who were working that day and responding, and who happened to also be people who enjoy fine cigars. And he said, absolutely. And he started making calls, and I'm very grateful to Juan for helping put this show together. So we're going to have some first responders tell their stories. We're going to enjoy some cigars, reflect a little bit on this, still a somber day, but it's there's people who have important stories to tell. And so we're going to let them tell those stories on that show. So please make sure to tune in for that. We'll get more information to you guys about that as soon as we possibly can. So Raul, thank you for being in the studio with us this evening.
1 second.
Uh-oh.
Close. Lunatic Fringe
Lunatic Fringe
by Red Rider.
All right, I'm gonna have to go listen to that. We can't play it on the show because we'll get copyright.
I almost did.
Yeah, we'll get hit with a copyright strike, but I will after the show.
Yeah,
we'll listen to it. But yeah, thanks for being in the studio with us.
Anytime I can help.
Justin, Raul, this was fun. The sour pairings. It's not for everybody, and it's not a pairing that I would recommend on a regular basis, like I do coffee and whiskey and that kind of thing. But every once in a while, just to mix things up, it's fun to put your palate to the test.
Yeah, I think we did that tonight,
Yeah.
I think we did.
I think we did enough for everybody who was watching the show tonight.
Yeah, there's I don't think I'm going to be revisiting sour candy or beverages for a long time.
For a little bit.
And I probably won't go to sleep tonight. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, we'll be up. Yeah. We're all high on candy right now. I will have more whiskey, Dax. Thank you very much. That's a great suggestion.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm going to scissor kick you in the back of the head.
I love that show. I love that.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching live on Facebook and YouTube. How About That Cigar Live, episode number 210. We're very grateful for you guys being the best part of How About That Cigar Live, and of course for our audio listeners on the podcast platforms. Be sure, especially if you're listening on the audio podcast, whichever platform you listen on, make sure you follow so you don't miss any episodes, and make sure that you rate the beautiful big 5 stars. That really helps out the show a lot. Make sure to like and subscribe on all your favorite social medias. So when you're on, if you're watching on YouTube, we're grateful that you watch, but it would help us out so much if you subscribe to the channel. So please take a minute to do that. And on Facebook, if you're watching on there, make sure that not only do you like the page, but you follow the page so you never miss anything we have going on.
And turn all those notifications on.
And
so
turn
every time we go live.
That's right. We go live every Monday night. And by the way, so our PCA trade show videos are done posting to YouTube. And we're going to complete the write-ups on the website very soon. So if it's not up on the website, on our website, howaboutthatcigar.com yet, you can still go to our YouTube channel and watch all of our PCA trade show videos that were brought to you by our good friends at Don Doroteo Cigars. So thank you guys so much for bringing that coverage to the masses. One last thing, on all the social media platforms, you will find us at HBT Cigar. So make sure to follow us there. And of course, until we see you guys next time, burn cigars,
not bridges.
Thanks, guys. Any comments, opinions, viewpoints, or statements presented or uttered by guests on the HBTC podcast, HBTC live video streams, and all other media from HBT Media LLC are solely those of the individual and do not necessarily represent the opinions or viewpoints of How About That Cigar or its parent company, HBT Media LLC, any of our advertising partners, or the premium cigar industry. The primary purpose of How About That Cigar is to entertain and to encourage activity and growth within the community of people who enjoy or want to learn about the enjoyment of premium cigars.